Yeah. Are you subscribed?
Yeah, I'm subscribed. Are you subscribed?
I'm subscribed. Are you subscribed?
If not, do it now.
It's only two buttons.
C2 Wrestling, what is going on? It is your boy Snowden here. A little bit of a Sokoa video tonight. The other half of C2 Wrestling, CTD, he's attending a wedding. Might have missed Friday Night SmackDown tonight, but that's okay. You still got Snowden here to tell you about the show. And tonight's show started off with none other than John Cena. Just like Monday Night Raw, this time Cena got that mic in his hand, couldn't even get a word out before those voices started playing. Randy Orton comes down to the ring, confronts John Cena. Now, Randy Orton tonight, top to bottom, was great, as Randy Orton always is. From promo ability to in ring to look to gimmick, everything. Orton is top to bottom, one of the best to ever do it. And it's just another example tonight. I'm loving everything from Orton here. His promo was great. I'm still not bought into Cena. I don't know. Something about it. It's the Cena heel turn. I think there's a little bit more distaste surrounding it post Mania 41, and it's just not coming off incredibly authentic to me. Something about Cena, the way he's coming off to Orton, the way he's yelling at fans, it comes off like he's playing a heel. It still has me in a boat where they decided to do this John Cena heel turn, but they didn't really have a full plan in motion on how they were going to go about it. You know, they finally changed up his Titantron a little bit. The music is fine, but he's still coming out in the same gear, rise above hate, hustle, loyalty, respect, and all that. And I don't know. It's just hard for me to buy into the Cena heel turn. But all in all, it was better tonight, in my opinion, than a lot of the Cena stuff has been. His promo on Monday Night Raw also was probably the best John Cena promo we've gotten since he's turned heel. So hopefully things are improving. They did make the match official. Backlash. John Cena defends the WWE. I almost said it, Universal Championship, but get rid of that. It is the undisputed championship against Randy Orton in St. Louis. Now, it's predictable. I think we know what's going to happen here, and John Cena's going to win the belt. He's going to retain the championship. Orton's not going to get the win, and that's fine. It is what it is. I'm intrigued to see what's next for Orton. I think Cena's going to have this run of, facing guys that he has faced, the Randy Ortons, the CM Punks. I'm sure there'll be a new name or two in there as well, but we didn't get Cody Rhodes during this promo, which is a bit interesting. I expected Cody to maybe have some words here, but being that they already moved on quickly to Randy Orton on Monday Night Raw, it makes sense. I'm not going to complain about it. I just need them to pick up the pace a little bit. I don't want to say pick up the pace. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but pick up the pieces with the John Cena heel turn. No mention of The Rock still. Travis Scott being involved. Again, I think there's a bit of distaste amongst all wrestling fans right now towards this John Cena heel turn and how it's played out. Tonight was good. I'm hoping it stays on that pace. I'm looking forward to Randy Orton and John Cena at Backlash. But shortly thereafter, we did get a debut, a Friday Night SmackDown debut. Fraxium called up from NXT to SmackDown. Now, I expected them to be on Monday Night Raw this past Monday, if I'm being honest, because the SmackDown tag division, from the Garzas to Pretty Deadly to the Guns to DIY to the Profits, there's a lot of teams. And don't get me wrong, throwing Fraxium in that mix switches it up a little bit, gives them a little bit more competition. All those teams I just named have all kind of faced each other already. They've been running the gauntlets against each other for months now, so it adds a little bit more depth. But when you're talking about depth, that Raw tag division kind of needs it. You got the New Day, new champions. You got the War Raiders. Yeah, you got the LWO. You got a little bit of the Judgment Day with JD returning, sure, but they needed that, in my opinion, a little bit more. Waller and Theory are over on Monday Night Raw. But it leads me to believe there's maybe a plan there. Maybe they have something in motion for Monday Night Raw. Maybe another tag team will float over there. Maybe a new tag team forms. I mean, we did get the formation of Seth and Braun, so who knows what to come out of that. But regardless, Fraxium, C2's, I almost just choked on my words there. C2 Wrestling's Tag Team of the Year for 2024. We love to see them on Friday Night SmackDown. It is Tiffy time. Tiffany Stratton remains WWE Women's Champion post WrestleMania 41, defeating Charlotte Flair. Comes out to the ring tonight, cuts a little bit of a promo, confronted by Jade Cargill. Not what I expected, but I see the route they're going after the fact. Jade and Tiffany get a little impromptu match. As expected during the match, Naomi comes out and attacks Jade. Not a great attack by Naomi. I don't know. Fell flat to me. Naomi came out just swinging, whatever. Not so crazy about it. We did get Nia Jax to come out as well and attack Tiffany post the match, and that I like a little bit more. Now, I understand it's a little bit recycled. We already had Nia and Tiffany, but Nia deserved the Mania rub. That should have been the Mania match to begin with, is Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton. So if they're going to rerun that for Backlash, I think it's fine. I think it makes sense. But them rerunning Naomi and Jade and rerunning Nia and Tiffany, I don't think they have a whole lot of plans for this SmackDown women's division. And I think it could use a little bit more life. I think it's time you get one of these NXT women up and you put them on SmackDown, add them into the mix a little bit. But it's not the only women's segment we got tonight. We had a match between Zelina Vega and Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green defending her United States Championship in the process and losing it to Zelina Vega. Now, listen, this is no shade to Zelina, but boo! Chelsea Green should have maintained this U.S. title run. Now, I think they could hot potato it back. I can see Zelina losing it in a week or two, right back to Chelsea Green, and that's what they should do. They have all the opportunity in the world with SummerSlam being at MetLife for them to run Chelsea Green losing the championship at SummerSlam to a big baby face. I think the win fell a little flat. I don't know if the crowd is as behind Zelina as they want them to be. She's been over at points, but right now wasn't quite it in my opinion. Well, was it though? Came a little bit thereafter, that Zelina match, where Zelina's real life husband, Aleister Black, returns to the WWE, and he does so in incredible fashion, maintaining the root of all evil, his original theme, maintaining his original presentation, coming up from the coffin on that stage, looking better than ever, comes down to the ring, confronts The Miz, no Carmelo Hayes in sight. Miz told Carmelo, hang out backstage, I got something I want to get off my chest. And Miz is complaining and complaining, tired of all these people coming around. Rey Fenix, Penta, Joe Hendry stepped in the face of Orton at WrestleMania. Where was the Miz's slot at WrestleMania? Tired of all these new faces. And then that music hits. Aleister Black makes his way to the ring, hits a black mass on the Miz, takes a seat in the ring, and scene. That's what we get out of Aleister Black and his return tonight. And listen, I understand people may want more, but I absolutely love it. I want more for Aleister Black. He's one of my favorites of all time, and it's going to come. I said it in my live reaction. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. My live reaction to Aleister Black's return. That is a guy you strap the rocket to, and I think they're going to do that with Aleister Black. First, sign me up for Aleister Black versus Carmelo Hayes. I mean, take my money. That is money in the making. Aleister Black, big return. Carmelo Hayes is the current Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. I mean, that's a great feud to kind of start this Aleister run again, and it's a great feud to help get Carmelo Hayes over. Miz is a great branch of these feuds, of these people, to propel them to the next level, and he's been doing exactly that with Carmelo. I expect it to happen a little bit more with Aleister. Have them even face that Backlash. Aleister Black versus Carmelo Hayes. If you can squeeze that on the card, I mean, come on. Again, take my money. SmackDown closes out tonight with two big matches. We had Drew McIntyre face off against LA Knight, a match made tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. Number one contender for the United States Championship, Jacob Fatu's freshly won United States Championship. And this match, on paper, solid match, solid number one contender, but all hell breaks loose. We got Solo Sikoa interfering, Damian Priest interfering. Jacob Fatu finds himself in the mix, and it seems like there's a little bit of a mess right now for the United States Championship. I'm not sure on the exact route they're going to go, but it seems like all these guys are in the mix, from Damian to Drew to LA to Fatu to even Solo. Now, I expect Fatu again to have kind of a lengthy U.S. title run, so I don't predict him losing the belt in whatever matches to come out of this, but keep Solo out of the mix. I would love a fatal four-way. Priest, Drew, LA, Fatu at Backlash, fatal four-way. That's how you get the Backlash matches without having two separate matches. You can kind of run back Drew and Damian, and you're running back LA Fatu all in one match. Fatu can easily get that win, pin over LA again, no problem. But for tonight's main event, no pinfall needed. All you got to do is climb that ladder and pull those belts down from the top. And the Street Profits did just that. Retain their championship in an incredible TLC to close out Friday Night SmackDown. Now, if you haven't seen this review as well, or I should say this reaction, go check it out. I did post a live reaction to majority of that TLC match, and man, there were some killer spots, some killer bumps, some killer moments in that entire match. Street Profits come out victorious. I mean, I say it in the reaction. If you go check that out, I might be beating a dead horse, but man, that should have been on WrestleMania. That could have helped save the weekend. All 6 guys in that match put an absolute clinic on, from a skull and bones through the table to the outside, to the spear from Dawkins to Ciampa, off the top, off the rung, through a table. I mean, come on, man. That's one of the more memorable TLC matches of all time. Definitely in recent memory. I mean, what else is there to say other than a pretty stellar SmackDown tonight? Looking forward to what's to come with WWE post WrestleMania. The week is over. We are into a new season in wrestling, and that means a new season with C2 Wrestling. Be sure to turn those notifications on and subscribe. You never know when C2 is going to pop up. You never know when we're going live. Might as well be ready for Backlash. C2 Wrestling. See you guys soon.